What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Can I Get Some Sports with That? I am your host, Neil. You know, as always, the host with the most. It's been a while since y'all have seen us. It's been a while since y'all have seen us. We missed y'all too. But let me go ahead and introduce the panel, man. As always with me, I got Marcus. Marcus, say what's up to the people.
What's up, world? What's up, world? Glad to be back. Let's get into it.
I got my main man, D-Boy, with me. D-Boy, say what's up to the people.
Tua Tagovailoa.
I'm not even going to start.
Wow.
He trying to get kicked off the show.
He trying to speak facts.
I'm finna kick him off the show already. D-Boy not finna last, all right? Not tonight.
You know, already on
course,
BS.
I got my main man Mike with me. Mike, say what's up to the people.
The champ in the building. Y'all know what's good. We here.
And last but not least, I got my main man Chris with me. Chris, say what's up to the people.
What it do? We back, and y'all see we with the shits already. Let's go.
All right, y'all. So it's been a real interesting time in the sports world these last couple months. It's been crazy. We had the FIFA World Cup. Messi finally got his first one. France, they went back to back in the finale. You feel me? They lost, but they went back to back World Cup finale. And also FIFA legend Pele passed away. You know, the man who won 3 FIFA World Cups himself, you know, so that man is the gold standard when it comes to FIFA World Cups. And that's going to be hard to replicate winning 3 of them. Pele really changed the game, man. But let's go ahead and kick it off by talking about the man who is considered the new GOAT of European football, you know, FIFA, Lionel Messi, you feel me? The man from Argentina, played for Barcelona, now plays for PSG, you know, finally got his first World Cup. So is Messi officially the new GOAT? I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Mike first. Let's go ahead and get your thoughts.
Don't pass to me, because you know I'm going with it. That man been the GOAT for 10 years now. I've been telling y'all this 10 plus. Stop playing with that man, bro. Since Barcelona days, all of that. Took him a while to get it with Argentina, to get it done. But you know what I'm saying? That ain't necessarily his fault. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of team aspects in that. So, hey, the GOAT is here. He official. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear don't nobody in the world. All y'all that's why I don't want to hear nobody from bringing that man Ronaldo name up in terms of it. Don't bring it up. Don't do it. You got a better chance with my man's Mbappe. Not Ronaldo. It's not happening, bro. Don't bring that up. My man's is here, bro. I'm so glad he finally got that. Hey, what more do he need to do? What more do he need to do? Somebody let me know, because I don't know.
Hey, I think I can't speak for everybody else, but I know I'm in agreement. Messi pretty much was our Pele in a sense. You feel me? Like Messi and Ronaldo, they'd have been around our at least my entire life. Like those been the 2 biggest European football stars in the world. It was Messi and Ronaldo, and you feel me? It was Messi had it, and Ronaldo made it interesting, but Messi is still just, he got something that Ronaldo don't, man. And you feel me? Like, honestly,
got that dog.
We haven't seen nobody.
He got that Jordan factor in him.
Like we ain't seen nobody, you feel me, be like this and like have this type of star power really besides Beckham, man. Like he was like it went Beckham and then Messi, like Messi, and if you ask me, Messi is better than Beckham, man. And Beckham was,
I don't say wait, but he better.
He's
Like,
Beckham's like a Kobe and Messi's like a Jordan.
honestly,
Hey man,
honestly.
but
Fair.
I'm
That's
disappointed
fair.
though. I wanted to see my man's Neymar get there, dog. But they had that collapse.
Amen,
Brazil
amen,
collapse.
amen,
That was
amen,
crazy.
amen. Neymar, look, it's so funny that you mention him because real quick, I think it's so unfair for Liga One because the three of them are on the same team. Like they all play for PSG. Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar all play for PSG. Like that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Like that is so unfair.
Well,
It's almost like you don't need nobody else out there.
Messi been with Neymar since Neymar got to the league. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, yeah, but Messi was down in Barcelona for a nice little minute.
they both would. That's what I'm saying. That's where he started out, Barcelona.
But what's your thoughts, Marcus? Man, is Messi officially the GOAT?
All I gotta say is, don't cry for me, Argentina. Yes, Messi is the GOAT right now. Big shouts out. First, I want to give shouts out to Mbappe. Like he put that whole game on his back.
Hey.
They say it's 3 goals, but the kickoff is actually 4 goals.
That boy is something special. Kylian Mbappe is something special. France got them a real nice, and France always got some good players, but they ain't never had a player like Mbappe though. Like he is that dude, and he gonna be around for a very long time.
Yeah, and I'm glad that Messi finally got one because it just builds on his brand. So he don't have to be one of those great ones that never got it. And you never want to in your career and never have a championship, a World Cup. So I'm very excited that he did finally get his first. And yes, when it comes to Messi and being the GOAT, as of right now, yes, I put him, Pele, then Messi, and then my boy Beckham. I still like Beckham.
Marcus, do you think that was like a passing the torch kind of? Because you love them passing the torch games. You feel me?
Hey,
what?
I
have to
low
say
key,
yes.
I low key thought it was a passing of the torch game too, especially when France had got up. I was like,
The way they rallied back.
Hey,
it was the greatest game I've ever seen in my life.
That was like crazy.
When they got that first one, I said, "Oh man, here it come," and they came full force.
The way the game went, you had to be there. Like even if you go back and watch it on, YouTube or whatever, it's not the same as watching it live.
It's not the same, bro.
If that is one thing I will make sure I can do is get to a European football. The atmosphere is unlike. They think like we think we be wilding over here in America. They be wilding in Europe for them football games,
bro. You seen how Argentina was for the celebration? They had to shut it down.
They damn near burnt the country down.
Hey, that's one thing you got to do. You got to go to I call it real football. You got to go to a real football game. You got to go to a rugby game.
Football. You got to go to a football game.
Football. But women's rugby is, especially the Netherlands. I love them. So definitely got to catch a game.
Hey man, if it's 2 games, I want to get to before I go. I gotta get to a Manchester United game, and I gotta get to a PSG game one day. Manchester United is my favorite European.
But I will let you know one thing. I will be sitting next to an exit.
Facts. Facts. I would not be getting caught up in one of them stampedes. No,
Not at
no,
all.
sir.
Sit me next to an exit. But that's all I gotta say about that. Yes, he GOAT talk. Yes, that's him. And
Chris,
Mbappe
man,
is on the way up.
Let me go ahead and get your thoughts, man. Is Messi officially the greatest football player of all time?
And he got a championship. Messi's the GOAT. I mean, what else he need to do? That's all he needed. I agree with everything everybody else said. All he needed to solidify himself was a championship.
All he
now
needed.
He has that.
You say all he needed was the Lombardi of the FIFA world, which is the World Cup.
That's all he
Oh,
needed.
one more thing I want to add. That footwork, though. That man footwork is crazy.
And Mbappe is gonna be the next one. He got it. He got it. That's gonna be the next. Yeah, that's the next superstar right there. That is the next one. He is
like
the one.
That boy.
Which footwork you talking about, Marcus? Who footwork you talking about?
I'm talking about Messi's.
They both had it on me.
They do, but it's just something special with that man. Like some of them fucking moves he was doing, I was like,
Messi.
My man got basketball crossovers with the soccer ball.
Bro, facts. He Kyrie out there.
The way Messi operate with the ball at his feet, that's like when you got you a nice sports car and it's an open road and you just get that nice cruise. It always seemed like he just cruising, you feel me? It never seemed like the crazy is he be moving at 1,000 miles an hour, but you never tell because he be moving so gracefully with the ball. It's like he just be cruising. Like Messi, that boy really is. He's something special, man.
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie, Mbappe had that Argentina's goalie like pissed because he kept kicking in the same spot. Every goal was in the same spot. He just couldn't.
He couldn't get it. He couldn't get there.
Hey, speaking of goalies, France goalie, man, was boy, he gave them life because they should have had about 3 more goals and he shut them down. He shut them down. But I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this, D-boy, man? Is Messi officially the GOAT, D-boy?
Before I give my take, I just got one thing to say. Tua Tagovailoa is a bum like that. Bum ass Kyle Lowry.
Oh, wow.
Hear this man go trolling today.
I love it. And he over there. Oh, let's go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Disrespect.
I'm on that with you since you want to run your mouth about how it was a franchise quarterback with his non-throw. Gave the game away 3 guys.
Tua Tagovailoa is a franchise quarterback.
Tua Tagovailoa, like I say, Lowry. Anyway,
let's get back on. We can get to that. Get back on topic.
That's my favorite soccer player, and I don't even watch soccer. That's how cold that man is. I don't know not another soccer player, but if I was to see Lionel Messi, I would know who that is. That's my answer. Yes, that man is the GOAT. That is soccer's Michael Jordan right there. That's all I gotta say.
Right.
Short, simple, and to the point. And then my next question, since we was just talking about his teammate, also the man who he played against in the World Cup finale, is when it's time for the next World Cup, will Kylian Mbappe get France and them boys back to a third World Cup finale for a third straight World Cup finale appearance? I'm gonna start with you, Marcus.
Yeah, why not? Why stop now? Yeah, he's destined to get one. You know how we was patiently waiting for LeBron to get his first ring?
That ain't his
Yeah,
first.
that's
He already got one.
I was gonna say he already got one.
He won.
They
He
won.
the last year, not last,
France
but the
won the
last.
last World Cup, but I
The
believe
year
he was
before
on
last.
that team.
Mhm.
I don't remember them winning that. I'm sorry.
Yep. Well, it's 4 years ago, so you know what I'm saying.
Well, yeah. It was 4 years. Well, 4 years ago. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's the young goat. That's the young goat. That's the young goat. That's the up and coming goat right there.
But I favor them to go back and win one next year. Because I doubt Argentina repeat. Like, it's over.
4 years, Marcus. 4 years.
4 years.
Crazy is though, 4 years is a long time, man. Will Messi still be around in them 4 years? Because it's been a couple times where he's contemplated hanging it up, and the only reason he stuck around was because he said he hadn't got the big one yet. And so now that he got the big one, I think it's about time he go have his fun in the sunset. You feel me? I think his time in the sun is done, and it's time for him to go sit in the sunset. You feel me?
I think he might want another. He might want two.
He's still good, and he still can play. So he gonna.
He got 2 more years. I think he got 2 more years.
He still love the game. He still can play. Like he come out and win Champions League.
Plus, he got to get some more endorsements. Because endorsements about to go crazy again.
But he. I don't think he done. But I don't know if he gonna make that next World Cup. I think he'll play because I don't know. He ain't said yet, but I think he still might play. And honestly, if he's still healthy,
next World Cup would be 2026. I'd be 2016. But I don't think he'll
win even with him playing.
And then, since we all from this country, will America ever find a way to make some noise in the World Cup ever again? Last time America did something was in 1930. 1930, we made it to the semifinal round. It's been almost 100 years since America has last went back to the World Cup semifinal round. Will we ever get out of the round of 16 and the elimination?
That's the only way. Are we grabbing people from South America?
I mean, we got a lot of kids who've been training their soccer. You know what I'm saying?
Not just that. Let's not forget though.
Basketball and football.
We do have a stud of our own who plays over in London and plays for Chelsea. His name is Christian Pulisic. We do got our own young star. You feel me? So the question is, will they be able to surround him with other pieces to eventually help America ever make a World Cup run?
Well, we will not make America great again.
They had a pretty impressive run this year, even though they didn't get, you know what I'm saying, as far as expected. They managed a W or two. So
I was gonna say, I think they made it to the round of 16. If I'm not mistaken, they either made it to the knockout stage or they made it to the round of 16. But either way, they had a nice little run. But
I think they could build on that.
I think they can too, but I'm just hoping the next World Cup that we are at least in the quarterfinal. At least one of the last 8 teams. If we could make it to be in one of the last 8, I'll be highly pleased with that.
We dominate everything else. It's only a matter of time before we get there too.
Only a matter of time. But speaking of matters of time and things that have happened, it's been a wild last couple days here in the NFL world. As we all know, there was the tragic injury and event that happened to Damar Hamlin on Monday Night Football in Cincinnati. Bills versus the Bengals in the first quarter with about 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. He took what seemed like a routine tackle and a routine hit turned out to be very, very life or death situation. He went into cardiac arrest. They did CPR for 9 minutes. He was steadily improving. And finally, on Thursday, January 5th, he opened his eyes and responsive. And the first thing, I guess, reports came out, the very first thing he asked when he opened his eyes through some type of communication was, who won the game? This was a very tragic event that happened. The NFL did come out and cancel the game. So now I guess that playoff seeding will now be determined by win percentage from week 18 games. And so I just wanted to sort of, get everybody's thoughts and feelings on how they felt watching what happened on Monday. And like, do you all think that this is going to drastically change the NFL some type of way? I'm gonna go ahead and start off with you, D-Boy.
I can't troll you because this is something serious. But next take, I'm on your ass. Anyway. Man, and I was watching the game. So it's like when they collided, it's like, bro, he tackled him. It's like, bro got up, pierced his helmet, and I promise you, I never seen somebody fall the way this man fell. I mean, he stood and just went bam. So I knew it was something serious. Like, I knew it was something serious, but I didn't think it'd be like, well, this man went into cardiac arrest. Like, I mean, I like, my thoughts and prayers are definitely with that brother. Like, I'm glad he, is responsive and, he's, communicating some type of way, whether it be through paper or whatever. Do I think they're gonna make changes at some point? They should. They should, because that man almost lost his life doing what he loved. And they did the right thing by canceling the game, even though I was looking forward to seeing it just so I could see my boy Joey Mafia shut Marcus up. But all jokes, with that being said, yeah, like, that man almost lost his life. Should they make changes? Like I said, absolutely. At some point they should. Like how they always protect the quarterback, especially the star quarterbacks. They should protect everybody, man, especially, defensive backs, they should protect everybody. So yeah, at some point I think there will be some changes.
So real quick, do you think that the NFL should stop allowing people, at least offensive players, to lead with the crown of their helmet?
Yeah. Like, now, if you leading with the shoulder, that's a different story. But the crown of the helmet, yeah, now, just like how they don't allow defensive players to lead with the crown of the helmet, it should go the same for offensive
because
players.
we see often, a lot of times, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, you feel me? Not to say anything against it, but it's like, that's what they do to break tackles. They put their head down and lead with the crown of their helmet. And it kind of leaves the defensive players in a defenseless situation, almost.
Even quarterbacks, you seen Fields and
Fields does it.
Josh Allen do it. You see Jalen Hurts do it.
I mean, we all know football is a violent sport, but I mean, when it comes to like leading with the crown and the helmet, trying to run people over with the crown and the helmet, nah, man. I understand. Of course, lowest man wins, Chris. You know that. Everybody knows that lowest man wins. But when you leading with the crown and the helmet, man, I consider that to be like a deadly weapon.
But see, at the same time, when you're trying to drop your shoulder and get low, sometimes your head is first. So
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy too. Because if you catch the
It's
ball,
a
you're
it's
trying
a
to
scary situation both ways
So
with
and
leading with the helmet.
I don't know. The only thing else you can do is like we've been talking about is make it flag football. I mean, well, don't nobody really do no contact or pushing and shoving but the lineman and you pull the flags off people. Well, two-hand touch. I mean, I mean, I don't
And
know how.
that's why I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they need to just, I mean, not to sound insensitive, but like it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? People know what they signing up when they come play the game of football. And most of these people been playing since they was kids. So they done learned
Exactly.
any and everything it
Right.
is about it leading up to this point. And they still making the decision to play this game. So like it's a part of the game. That's what happened. You know, it's just like casualties is a part of the war, but people still make the choice to go fight for their country in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same way to me, honestly.
It's almost like asking them to put a bubble suit on and go out there and play.
Right.
Yeah, you
And
can't
like
ask them to
and
do
like
that.
I wasn't saying like you feel me the NFL should do something drastic, but like I think just like how the NFL kind of reviews targeting and like hits on defenseless receivers from defensive players, I think the NFL should be able to also start looking into when certain players on offense lead with the crown of their helmets. Because you can tell sometimes when a player is dropping his shoulder versus when he's leading with his helmet. Like we see numerous times where wide receivers or like running backs or tight ends, like they'll catch the ball and they won't even drop their shoulders. They'll drop their head and go like we've seen it. Like so like I'm not saying like the NFL should like maybe do something too drastic, but like I do feel like the same way that targeting and like hits and like with defensive players when it seems like they lead with the crown of their helmet on offense. I think we should be able to start looking at offensive players leading with the crown of their helmets to defensive
And
players.
So
I
you saying
want
they
to
should
let
have
the
a penalty for
want to
like
let the fans know that none one of us is saying T. Higgins did anything wrong.
Right.
He didn't do anything
No.
wrong.
T. Higgins is nowhere at fault for any of this. It was a tragic and freak accident. It was a routine football play, but as part of making the game safer, should plays like that be allowed to be reviewed where offensive players lead with the crown of their helmet to break tackles?
I mean, it could, but
I
at
don't
the
see
same
no wrong
time,
with that.
but at the same time, to what Mike said, you know, you gotta know what you signed up for. And I'm a former football player, and I knew when I went out there I was gonna get hit sometimes, and I have had my bell rung on the field of football. It didn't feel good, but I knew the consequences for stepping out there. So I feel like it's only so far you can go. I feel like I do agree that they should try to make something, maybe give a 15-yard penalty for if you hit lead with on defense, if you lead with the head,
Yeah,
to
it'd
hit
be
with the head. You know what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
can see
You
that.
go get made a 10, 15-yard penalty for offensive player low on the helmet, maybe something like that. And I don't know.
The
What else can you
biggest
do.
change, honestly, more importantly than that, the biggest change I want to see is more guaranteed contracts because you got people out there
Yes.
playing stuff like this, doing stuff like this, and they not even gonna get their money at the end of the day. Like that ain't
Fact, like
Yes.
yeah, that's true. Because Hamlin check, he might not even get no more money based on because he had to play a certain amount of games to even, you know what I'm saying? And he probably over with, so he ain't playing no more games. So what happened with his money? That's fucked up.
Facts. And I think that's one thing that like it's very tricky in the NFL because it is such a violent sport, and at a moment's notice, something like this could very well happen, which is so unfortunate. Where Damar Hamlin could have very well lost his life that night on the football field, but thank God he did. Like it's just an unfortunate situation. So like I do agree, more guaranteed contracts, or just better protections for the players in the contracts, maybe. So where it's like if stuff like this and injuries do happen, it'll still allow them, like maybe if their contract wasn't fully guaranteed, they can still get some of that incentive-based money that they would have earned had they been on the field. So you feel me? Maybe more protections for injuries for like incentive-based money, because that incentive-based money is a lot. Like some of them players, like that's really the meat and potatoes of some of those contracts. Like they got huge incentive numbers to hit. So it's like I guess maybe that's something that could be talked about, is maybe like more protections for players and stuff like this for the incentive based money. I see you got something to say, D boy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, now if they do, start reviewing those plays, the only con, in my opinion, with that, how sometimes refs try to take over the game.
Right.
So it may come a time where, an offensive player like may lower his helmet, but he hits him with the shoulder. And, they can say, oh, well, he lowered the crown of the helmet. And we're not going to allow that conversion, or we're not going to allow that touchdown. And then it could be a player that could win a playoff game or win a championship game.
Right. I get a Super Bowl. I get exactly where you're coming from. And the example that I want to mention is from the bowl game with Georgia and Ohio State. It looked like he lowered his head until when you looked at the replay, you saw definitive evidence that he led with the shoulder. It was just a violent impact, and they collided at a very wild impact at the same time. Because we've seen them review this a couple times so far this season in the NFL, where it's looked like a couple defensive players led with the helmet, but it was actually the shoulder. You feel me? It's just, when you go in, look, these players, with how fast they run, okay, technically they will be speeding in certain school zones, all right? So when you literally running at a pace as a human, where technically in the school zone you speeding, stuff like that is going to happen. It's going to get very ugly and very risky. So I think, like, unless there's definitive proof to really make the call and like review it, I would say like they shouldn't. But like if they feel like there's enough evidence to review it and overturn, that's why, like, I don't think it should just be like a flag to play. Like, I think something like this should kind of go up to review immediately from the NFL officials. And just like how sometimes they'll throw a flag and then go back, look at the replay. Like I think if they throw the flag, they should go look at the replay and make sure like it was either the offensive player did lead with the helmet or he didn't lead with the helmet. Like, you can tell when there's clear proof and when there's not.
I know you ain't talking about that play where they should have called targeting.
On the touchdown catch.
Targeting.
That was not targeting. Because a play like that happened against Clemson and there was no flag thrown at all. So, I mean, you feel me? Like, call it what you want, you feel me? They saw the replay, it wasn't targeting. So,
it wasn't. It was a violent, vicious hit, but it wasn't targeting. He called him clean with the shoulder.
And you know what? That hit, and that leads me into my next question. This year, it seems like there's been an uptick in concussions in the NFL from about a season ago, just league-wide. Like league-wide, she's like, there's been more concussions this year than probably there's been at least in maybe like the last couple of years. When especially the last couple of years, they said concussions were trending down. So they said the last couple of years, concussions were trending down, but they wanted to introduce this new Guardian technology that they did in the offseason, where in like off-season workouts and stuff like that, players that were so-called at higher risk for taking hits to the head wore these Guardian caps and like these little foam pads on top of the helmets, and they were hoping that maybe that they were hoping that maybe that contributed to less concussions this year. But it seems like there's been more league-wide, especially to key players like quarterbacks. We've seen some to some wide receivers, some running backs, key defensive players. Like we've seen players league-wide go down from concussions. And so do you think that with the amount of concussions that have happened this year, especially with the unfortunate Tua situation where now he's about to miss time due to concussion twice in a season, will there be a change in NFL policy towards helmets going forward again after they just made some changes? Will there be changes to the helmets and to how quarterbacks and players are like essentially being hit in a sense? Like will they start calling the game differently? Or do you think that this year it was fine that a lot of this was really just freak accidents? I'm gonna go ahead and start with you first, Chris.
A couple of freak accidents, but for the most part, like I've seen a lot of clean hits and guys hitting the ground hard, or guys getting a whip when they hit the ground, and it's not necessarily always the hit, it's the contact.
So do you think it's the turf then? So then do you think that they should switch back to grass, which is softer? It allows it, like the grass will absorb some of that contact. It's softer, it's not as hard.
They already
got real dirt.
They already eliminating turf fields.
Yeah, they need to, because I think that has a lot to do with it.
They eliminate certain types of turf fields. They allow other ones.
But that's what I'm saying, though. That's just a start to it. You know, once they start one, it can keep going. Like, once they find out the next turf ain't good,
natural grass has always been the best to me, in my opinion, for football, because it's less injury. It's easy on your legs. You don't get you get stuck. Cleats get stuck in turf all the fucking time. That's why I hate turf. Your cleats always getting stuck in this shit because it's not natural. They always getting stuck, and you turn in the wrong way, you taking a wrong turn, you falling the wrong way, and it's all because your cleat got stuck in the turf. Now, going back to the helmets, but what I did like the idea of the extra foam. It looks stupid to me, but I did like the idea of having extra padding, the extra whatever the things they want on top of their helmets were called. I do agree with that, and I think maybe the players need to spend some time and learn how to play with those to see if that helps. But I do think something will be done, because it's too many injuries, and and that kind of brain damage could be threatening to life after football and making dudes not want to play football. So they got to look at that aspect too.
Because like I feel like the last time we really saw like a super big change in concussion protocols really was about a decade ago, when Austin Collie was getting absolutely smashed over the middle by defenders every single game. I was only a kid watching that, and I saw how like Austin Collie was nice, but his career was taken from him because he couldn't. They were knocking that boy's brain loose, and I think that was about like the last time there's been a super drastic change, besides like minor changes here and there that they've made over time. So do you think now that with this season and like the injuries to Tua and stuff like that, will there be a drastic change? Let's go ahead and go to you, Marcus.
I think it would be a drastic change, but just like the car companies, every year they try to make it safer. Same thing with football. You never stop innovating. You never stop trying to make the game safer. I'm pretty sure they could come up with technology with the fields. Like if you want to go with turf, cool, but make the other part of the turf like soft enough where it can reflect the energy impact, just like how grass does and dirt. And
because turf is almost put over like a layer of concrete, isn't it? Isn't some of that turf over concrete?
Man.
No, they got those little fucking things that little black pebbles that pop up and shit. But that's not cushion. That's not. The turf is hard as fuck. But I like the Guardian helmets because they might look funny or it might not feel comfortable, but I'm pretty sure they can get it where it's comfortable for the players. So just some minor tweaks and adjustments and moving forward in the safety protocols, I'm pretty sure they could come up with something, especially the way people are inventing things every day.
That's why I said I'm with the Guardian helmets too. I think that's something that they, you know what I'm saying, make the contact to the head, prevent some of the
Right,
trauma to
because
the head.
like you said, most of these concussions are coming when they're getting their slammed onto the turf. Like look at Tua, how his head just bounced off the damn field, and you know stuff like that.
On a legal
Yeah, it was a
hit.
legal hit.
And where was that shit at? Cincinnati.
And
Both
see,
tragedies.
I didn't want to say that, but like, is there some type of black cat running around Cincinnati right now where it is
Of course, my man's that got paralyzed, AB. it's something going on in Cincinnati.
Okay. That
But those
AB
are freak accidents. Those are freak accidents.
I'll say that AB situation was different. Vontez Burfict was known for that. Okay, Vontez Burfict made it a goal to try and knock Antonio Brown out. AB did not have to go to sleep that game.
And he ain't been the same ever since.
Vontez Burfict put him to sleep on purpose.
He ain't been the same ever since.
Boy.
He is not. He has
Hey,
not.
could that have been the fall, the key to the downfall of AB? Head trauma like that?
Oh,
I ain't never think about that. I ain't never think about that.
They been trying to say that man got CTE.
I believe for sure Antonio Brown has CTE, and I believe it all does stem from that Vontez Burfict hit. Like ever since that Vontez Burfict hit, he was not the same. They said he wasn't the same in the locker room. He wasn't the same. Nothing, none of that. Like they said he wasn't the same. Like they said the only thing that didn't change about him was how hard he worked. They said almost everything else changed about him.
He woke up a different person.
And Mike, I know you're trying to say something, but it was acting a little weird. So what do you think, man? Are there going to be drastic changes, or will there be like specific changes here and there?
Yeah, it's gonna be, like how Marcus was saying, they try to, make changes every year. So they don't keep trying to make changes, but I don't think it's gonna be drastic. I really don't, especially because they've already made a numerous amount of changes. Like it's not like the league just, sit back and don't do nothing. They made, some pretty good changes so far. So I think with that progress, they, I don't think it's going to be drastic changes going forward. Some, but maybe not drastic. I also think, part of why we got so many concussions this year is because, one person got like 7 concussions. So that kind of spikes some numbers, when you got an injury-prone person who just keep getting concussed out there.
I mean, but there's been a couple players this season that got multiple concussions, though. There's been a couple players this year that got multiple concussions, though.
That's what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying? So you had that, and then so that spikes some numbers when people having multiple concussions. That's why I say I ain't gonna say no names, because you know what I'm saying. But I think they can't make drastic changes based off that. Like that's not a smart move. You know what I'm saying? You got to take it a step at a time and still learn and discover, things and find out how these concussions is being caused and whatnot.
Now,
because with the Damar situation, they don't even know, or they still figuring out, you know what I'm saying, how that was caused.
Right. So
football related and all of that.
Real quick, my bad.
I
believe with the Damar Hamlin situation, they said his was due to chest impact, and pretty much he got hit at the right moment at the right spot, and it was the perfect moment for everything to go wrong, and it's exactly what happened for Damar Hamlin.
Yeah,
That makes
and
sense.
then also what I wanted to point out I think that was Jacoby Myers for the Patriots who he caught the
Yes,
ball
yes,
and he was about to play another down, but his teammate stopped.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And that I should have made that part of my question. Does the NFL need to change their concussion protocols in terms of how they diagnose players with concussions and determine who has a concussion on the field in terms of stopping the game, getting players taken off the field and taken to the medical tents and getting examined?
I think they've
'Cause-
been doing pretty good with the protocols. I ain't gonna lie. I think you got the couple instances that slipped through, like the Meyer situation and like, you know, letting Tua go back out there and stuff. But I think that also is like a factor of like the players too, because you know, just because you see a big hit, you know, players get big hits all the time, and they like, bro, I'm good, like leave me alone. But Justin Herbert was out there getting smashed at every play. He like, hey, I'm, you know, what I'm saying, I'm cool. Let me keep going.
Right. But
So you got players telling you and trying to show at the same time because they know if they show any type of you know concussed or any of that, they getting taken out of there, especially if it's a big game. So they gonna do their best not to show that. So you know what I'm saying, it ain't always on the
My only
doctors and the
rebuttal
people.
would be
right.
my only
But like this is my thing though. If you see a player drop back to his feet, or like if you see like Jacoby Myers, he stood up, fell right back down, and got right back up, and was being held up by his teammates. Like when you got teammates trying to hold you up, bro. Like there's no way. Same thing with Tua. They literally had to hold that man up.
first of all, Tua,
holding players
No,
up.
we talking about
It's
the
a
first time.
problem.
that was
That
the
first
first one.
concussion
We
he
got
got.
No.
No,
That
the
was
first
second.
one he got hit and then he got back
The
up and then
first
he
one he
fell
got
right back
hit,
down.
fell down, and his teammates had to help
okay,
him
I got
back
him
up.
back.
The
Same
second
thing
one is
just-
when his fingers went into paralysis almost.
Yeah. And it was the same thing with Jacoby Myers. When Jacoby Myers got concussed, he fell down, got up, and his teammates were holding him up. Like the teammates had to call for the refs to stop the game to get him out as they're holding him up. And then I guess there's like a camera. They call him a spotter that's supposed to look for this stuff down on the field. It's like, so how is the spotter not catching any of this when that's your one job is to look for that? And we saw on two separate occasions players get held up by teammates and play wasn't about to get stopped.
Now that's something to look at because ain't no way
Shit.
in hell.
The fucking
I feel
hits
like
that
this, if you go
Justin
to
Fields
sleep
was
in a
taking.
game, if a hit put you to sleep, you shouldn't play no more. If you like go night for 3 to 5 seconds, you're done. You're done for that game. You went
But
to
this
sleep.
is my
It's
thing
over.
though. We see it all the time in UFC, boxing, anything. If a
But
fighter
when
is
they go to
concussed,
sleep in those, they end it.
no,
When you
it's
go to
not.
sleep,
It's
Not
not.
always. Not
No,
always.
it's not even. It's not even just going to sleep. If a fighter is clearly concussed and he falls to his knees, they stop the fight. If an athlete is on the field, stands up and falls back to his knees, he needs to be taken out for the rest of that game because we see fighters get taken out from fights and they literally just spent the last 15 minutes just punching each other directly in the face.
But remember, you got to be careful with that because you've also seen players do that exact thing, and all they doing is trying to catch their breath, literally. So they got to, and the spotters is not right there on the field; they up in the box. So you got to be careful with that because sometimes it could look like somebody just trying to catch their breath for a minute. Like I said, same instance, Justin Herbert did that multiple times, and you know what I'm saying. All he was doing was trying to get his breath and breathe through his ribs and whatnot. They still let him play. So, you know, it's sometimes it's a fine line and it ain't as clear as
Even with the catching of the breath, that's still a rapid heartbeat that is also dangerous as well. So, and I'm not trying to make the game weak.
Well, you gonna be mad
just,
if your favorite player tired or your QB tired and he go on his knee
No,
to catch his breath real quick.
No.
He go on his knee to catch his breath real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because he
But
lost
you
his
can
breath on
tell.
a hit. and they
But
take him out, and now you
right,
hurt.
I mean,
right,
not for
right,
the whole. I'm like if they just
right.
tired
No, no,
and
no.
they take them out
But
for a
like
play, cool.
you can tell the difference versus a player that's trying to catch their breath versus somebody that's wobbling and don't know where they at. Like Tua and Jacoby Myers, because they was out of it. They
No,
had no clue where they
Tua
was.
wasn't so clear as the Myers was clear. I give you that, but Tua was not so clear.
No, that first one for Tua was clear.
It was clear that man had concussion.
But it wasn't clear because they checked on him. So it's not like they didn't see that. You see what I'm saying? So the part that y'all saying was clear because they did check on him. You see what I'm saying? But they let him go back out there, which means that's the part where I'm saying you don't know what he was showing to them and stuff where they can't tell that.
But my thing is this, especially with the Tua thing, they said he should have never been back out there. They started saying that too.
Exactly. They said
They
that doctor
had
that
no
sent him back out
business
there.
putting them
They
back
said the
out there.
doctor didn't even follow correct protocols, but
Yeah, so that's why they being investigated for that, because he shouldn't have been back out there. Everybody feel like they should have never put him back out there in the first place. So I don't know about that. Tua was kind of touchy.
But you know what? I think we can go ahead and table this part of the discussion for now, because there is one last football thing I want to get to before we switch it up, and that is the playoff seeding in the AFC. So it's looking like Kansas City will win this Sunday, will wrap up the number 1 seed. If the Bills lose, they drop to number 3. If the Bengals lose, they drop to number 3. If the Bills win, they stay 2. If the Bengals win along with the Bills win, then the Bengals will end up staying at 3. But if the Bills lose, they drop to 3. Bengals move to 2. So with that being said, who has the better chance of potentially stealing that number? I'm sorry, let me finish. Does Buffalo still have a chance to win the number 1 seed if the Chiefs lose this Sunday? And will the Bengals lock up number 2? Let's go ahead and start with you, Mike.
I think the seeding pretty much finna stay how it is right now. Regardless of week 18. I think all the teams gonna win, honestly. So I think ain't nothing gonna change. Chiefs gonna win, Tennessee gonna win, Buffalo gonna win. So it ain't nothing gonna change. They seeding gonna stay where it's at. But I don't think that matters because, you know what I'm saying, none of them gonna be able to stop the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Especially the 2 main competitors got the most going on right now mentally. So, you know what I'm saying? They definitely ain't gonna be able to stop the Chiefs.
I mean, we've all seen stuff like this happen before, you feel me? When you see something tragic happen in front of you, you play your best ball. We've seen it happen numerous times. I'm just saying, football field, basketball court, for whatever reason with athletes, when you see something tragic happen to a loved one, your brother, even, you feel me? Even if you were just there for it, they always end up playing their best ball afterwards. So
yeah, that's usually just in that game though. So
I don't know. I don't know.
I think Buffalo about to go Super Saiyan.
We gonna see. Y'all gonna be disappointed by Buffalo, like I've been telling y'all all season, but I digress.
So Marcus, do you think that the playoff seeding is gonna stay the same? Do you think it's gonna stay Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, or will there be at least some change between 2 and 3 between Buffalo and the Bengals if the Chiefs win on Sunday? What do you think?
So I think that Mikey is right. It's going to be the Chiefs due to them playing the Raiders, and Buffalo has to win. So they go play Mahomes and Kelsey. They go play their starting lineup. Now, if they didn't, like if that game would have went on Monday and Buffalo would have lost, then yeah, Kansas City, you know, they already clinched it. They would have played their backups this week. However, due to that, now Kansas City have to play their starting lineup just to win. Because if they win, it doesn't matter whoever else wins, whatever.
Right.
However, moving into the playoffs, I feel that Buffalo will go Super Saiyan due to the tragic happening to Mr. Hamlin and solidifying the Super Bowl this year for themselves. Like they're going to get over that hump. I think that was the push to get them over the hump. Everything happens for a reason. Unfortunately, that happened. And I think that that's going to be a great story to tell the grandkids in the future about what happened in 2023 with the Buffalo Bills. So, and Bengals will stay number 3. And they will be 2 and done. Because ain't no way they're going to beat Buffalo in the playoffs. Nor are they going to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. So
wait
I need D-Boy
wait
to
a
take
minute.
that thought,
Slide
that motherfucker sideways and shove it up his ass.
We ain't seen Patrick Mahomes beat Joe Burrow yet.
Bro, I'm not trying to hear that. You could ride that Patrick Mahomes ain't Joe Burrow wave all you want, but that man had beat him 3 times, all by a score of 3 points each game, bro. Each game, the man had the
and y'all
game
think that's gonna continue? Y'all really think that
each time
Patrick
the man had
Mahomes
the
is
game
But
winning
wait a minute.
had the game winning field goal. That man,
Everybody knows this. You don't blow out the Chiefs if you want to beat them. The only
not
team
gonna keep playing out like that. You think you're just gonna keep game winning field goal in Mahomes, bro?
Mahomes can game field goal with everybody else. It's like a back and forth thing.
No, he beats people. He beats
you
people.
Will not call Patrick Mahomes Peyton Manning to
Burrow's
Tom Brady.
Exactly.
No, you will not.
It's not gonna
you
happen,
just
bro.
gotta get yours more.
Get 3 lucky ones, bro. Like
you just gotta get yours more than you get got. And right now,
first off, the reason he lost the first time in the playoffs is because the receivers couldn't catch the ball.
And right now, the Chiefs
and the play calling
got by the Bengals. Go ahead, D-Boy. I see you waiting. Go ahead, D-Boy. I was coming to you next anyway. Go ahead, D-Boy.
Why y'all
still kissing their Super Bowl ring while Cincinnati crying over their Super Bowl loss. So it is what it is.
Cincinnati ain't crying over that loss.
The disrespect. Have y'all not learned by now? Have y'all learned who by now, who number 9 is?
From Loser State University?
Is. They don't call that man Joey Mafia for nothing. What is wrong with y'all?
You're going to be laying with the fishes.
If he would have taught us who he was, I'd be sitting here with his jersey on instead of you sitting there with the Rams jersey on.
Oh my God.
Hey man. When you got 99 on defense, okay. Hey. You give Joe Burrow, Aaron Donald, and watch the Bengals would have won that Super Bowl, okay? Aaron, hold on. I gotta say it like Stephen A. Smith. Aaron Donald won that game for the Rams.
And what helped from Cooper Kupp, who was triple team. So if you cannot guard a guy triple team and he keeps getting the ball and busting your ass, you don't deserve a Super Bowl ring.
Hey, you lost to one receiver when you got 3.
Hey,
Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd all could get off for a 100-yard game. He's still lost.
Real quick.
And a legit running back.
Wait.
And Joe Mixon.
Wait. Hold on. Real quick. That's what happens when you got Eli Apple on your secondary, man.
Get off my man.
They would have won that game if they had
to bring that man up.
Oh my God.
And he's still there too.
Man, look. Hold on, Carnell. Man, look, I'm just gonna say this, bro. The season's gonna stay the same. The result gonna be the same. First thing Cincinnati gonna do, whoever they gonna play in the first round, which might be whoever wins that game Saturday night between Tennessee and Jacksonville, they gonna whoop their ass.
Yeah,
Matter
they
of
gonna play
fact, I hope
Jacksonville.
it's Jacksonville so Joe can kick Trevor Lawrence's ass again.
Hey, 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 I'm sorry. I love Joe Burrow, but if Joe go against Trevor, you know I'm rocking with Trev. You know
That's fine. That's
know
fine.
I gotta go for the Jacksonville
That's
upset.
fine.
Now,
LOL.
I never seen
That's
someone
fine.
who just likes to be sad all the time.
I love Clemson. Okay, Clemson is my favorite football school. So y'all know I love T. Higgins. T. Higgins was a Clemson product. Deshaun Watson, Travis Etienne, Isaiah Simmons, like you name it, bro.
What's the best part? You know what's the best
Clemson's
part?
everywhere.
The best part about him loving Clemson, and it'll never get old for the rest of his life. Like it's cemented.
I gotta be a Justin Fields fan because he's a Chicago Bear now.
Forever, Playboy. The man took them boys out. Took your boys out. You was too mad. Oh man, that'll never get old. Never.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. Because guess what Trevor Lawrence got that Justin Fields don't got though? A national championship. Trevor Lawrence got his already. Justin Fields don't. I'm sorry. I watched Clemson win 2 of them. When the last time Ohio State won one?
What you mean, my boy JT?
That was a long ass time ago.
Even though he ain't even technically the one who won it, but you know.
That was a long ass time ago.
You like being disappointed, huh?
Hey, but nah, my boy Zeke, man, don't disrespect. It wasn't that long ago.
Man,
Bro,
like
do you know how long ago 2014 was? That was 8 years, dog. That was like 7, 8 years, dog. Like,
let D-Boy finish this weak ass stanza.
like I said, the season's gonna stay the same. Cincinnati gonna play whoever win that Tennessee Jacksonville game, which like I said, I hope it is Jacksonville so he can kick the shit. He can butt fuck Lawrence again. Then they gonna play Buffalo, and I can't wait for that. Please let it be in Buffalo. Please let it be in Buffalo. So and let that, and all jokes aside, let that brother be mad. Let have all the help they need. Let them have the Bills Mafia, all that, just so we can whoop their ass. Then I can rub it in Marcus' face. And then guess where we gonna have to go? We're gonna go to Kansas City, and guess what we gonna do? We gonna bitch slap Mahomes again. We gonna go to the Super Bowl. My boy Damar gonna gritty all over that 49er secondary. Then he gonna gritty up on stage with the Lombardi Trophy. I got the Bengals going all the damn way. The Bengals,
And
baby.
playing San
The Bengals.
Francisco?
Just like last year.
San Francisco, and Cincinnati. Because
Boy,
like
you like
last
being
year?
stressed out, huh?
California, he fuck up this year, his ass is gone.
Just like last year.
He fucked up last year. I think John Lynch told him, you fucked this up, nigga. You fired.
You know who
Hey,
else
Mike,
fucked up last year?
when they lose, he go cry in the car.
You know who else?
Okay.
Fucked up last year? The Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah. I can't wait. Because niggas was real shitty when I told them that Kansas City was going to lose. They was real shitty. Real shitty.
Hey,
we all
I
told
gotta
him Kansas City was going down.
Face.
Look.
get on my
Okay,
coach for that one.
okay. Everybody knows this how it's supposed to go. Okay, Buffalo was supposed to beat the Bengals. Kansas City was supposed to lose to the Bengals. It went exactly how it's supposed to go. It went how it was supposed to go last year. If this year is gonna be different though, all right? Because Kansas City and more likely Kansas City and Buffalo gonna have. I'm sorry, the Bills and the Bengals are gonna have to meet before the AFC Championship round this year. That's gonna be the game that replaces the Chiefs and Bills
And
last year.
that's why the Chiefs gonna win.
That's why the Chiefs is gonna lose.
They gonna slug it out.
They is gonna have to play the Bills, and the Bills finna give it to them. Josh Allen and them boys is coming back. Hey, you heard what Pooh Shiesty said. Come get it back in blood. And Buffalo is out for blood. They some bloodhounds. They smell it. They out here like Shaq.
If anything, that's Cincinnati. If anything, that's Cincinnati.
Oh my God,
Y'all don't want to see
Y'all
Joe
going to hell.
Burrow.
I'm not indulging in that bullshit.
Y'all
not at
want to see
all.
Joey Mafia number 9.
We gonna be smoking on Cincinnati packs by the end of the playoffs.
Oh yeah, facts.
Smoking
Nah,
that
no,
Burrow
neither.
pack.
Keep
smoking that Chase pack.
disrespecting that man.
You
Keep
gonna need a chase
disrespecting
after
that
this.
man. Hey,
Oh.
hey, Mike, can I get that Burrow jersey out you when I'm right? So when we win, can I get that Burrow jersey out you, Marcus?
I wear Burrow
Can I
jersey.
get that Burrow
Come on,
jersey?
because this
up
is
out
on
y'all?
man.
record. Are we
No,
putting that
man,
on
I'm
record?
I raised
pulling
your
the
Burrow
D-boy.
jersey
You
for.
gonna get
You got to
Jamar
get a
Chase.
Jalen Hurts jersey once the Eagles
Oh,
make
he's
the
gonna
Super Bowl too.
Jamar Chase.
I get
So I
a
can't get
Joey
that
Mafia
Burrow
jersey.
jersey
You
up
get a
out
Jalen
y'all?
Hurts
Get
jersey.
my boy Jamar Chase.
Okay,
So
okay,
you can add that
okay,
to your collection.
okay. Real quick then. I'm gonna raise your Joe Burrow jersey bet, D-boy. Hey, Mike, if the Chiefs lose to the Bills, I gotta get a Patrick Mahomes jersey. I'm sorry. If the Chiefs beat the Bills, if the Bills beat the Chiefs, you guys to get a Josh Allen jersey.
Hey, I'll make it worse for you too. I'll wear it to work, and all work is they all from Buffalo, so they all
some Buffalo fans.
They gonna have my head if I go in there with that jersey, boy.
We
Especially
gonna
they
get you a
find out why
we
I
gonna get
got
you a
them.
Juju
Hey,
Juju.
You know it. I
Hey,
gave you that
look.
Juju.
Look,
I
my
told
Matt Stafford jersey is on the way. Hopefully, it'll be here by the Super Bowl. Like I said,
You got past Stafford.
forget that.
You got past Stafford.
PSA, because this wasn't on the show. The show gotta know, the public gotta know. So once the Chiefs win, it's Juju Smith-Schuster jerseys for everybody. Super Bowl Juju Smith-Schuster at that.
Bro, do not buy me a John Smith-Schuster jersey, bro. Do not buy me a John Smith-Schuster
You
jersey.
can give me a McCole Hardman or so. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, I'm a gritty with mine on.
I'll take a Kelsey jersey.
Back.
Juju, it gotta be Juju.
I'll take an Isaiah Pacheco jersey.
Juju.
He said Isaiah Pacheco.
This man said
I'll take a Noah Gray jersey. Just don't give me a John.
Noah Gray is going to Marcus. You got to get that for Marcus.
Get up off the greatest tight end in history. Greatest tight end in history.
Greatest blocking tight end. That boy be blocking for Travis Kelce something nice.
All right. Well, while we talking about football jerseys, let's talk about a basketball player who a few days ago put up football jersey numbers, and Donovan Mitchell, when he dropped 71 points on our beloved Chicago Bulls, beat them in OT, absolutely spanked them. Oh my God. He was randomly drug tested the next day. Like, it's just pandemonium in the sports world. What did y'all think of that 71 points? Let's start with you, Chris.
Whoa. Man. Wow. The 71 points suck for me personally, being a Chicago Bulls fan, loving the Chicago Bulls and wanting the Bulls to win that game, and having a dude that they just couldn't stop. They couldn't do nothing with him. You couldn't double team him. You couldn't triple team him. You couldn't quadruple team him. DM was getting buckets. Now, he might have had something in his Gatorade. He might have had some in his little Gatorade bottle that, you know what I'm saying? He might have had some of that, what's that Space Jam where he was taking niggas basketball powers. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, the man went crazy, man, But DeMar DeRozan was going crazy, too.
Thanks.
But it just wasn't enough. So it was a great game. Unfortunately, we had to lose. And hey, he put his team on his back. He did what he had to do to win. He did what he had to do. to me, it was a Kobe Bryant moment. You dudes ain't gonna score. Y'all ain't. I got it. Don't even worry about it. I got it. It's on me. And he beat the Bulls.
It sucked more for D-Boy and Carneal because it looked like they finna be in them Cavs joints real soon.
Hey. I was trying to avoid that because the Cavs fan wasn't on the show, and you just had to bring it up, okay? I just gotta let the world in on this, okay? Because this was a bet that we made. I believe we made it all. I can't remember if we did it on show, but I know for a fact we did it off show.
I ain't
me and D-Boy
because I had a feeling. I already had a feeling.
Me and D-Boy made a bet that if Cleveland finished top 5 in the East and the Bulls didn't, we was gonna have to get Cleveland Cavaliers jersey.
Not just top 5. Don't forget the season series too.
Oh yeah. No, it was top 5.
No,
you
season
had
series.
the Bulls beating them
It
in
was
the season series.
Okay. D-Boy said season series. I said top 5. I said if the Bulls finished top 5 and Cleveland didn't, that Phil was gonna have to buy a Bulls jersey. And me and D-Boy agreed that if the Bulls didn't win the season series nor finish top 5 or just finish above Cleveland, we was gonna have to buy Cavaliers jersey. And I said the jersey I was gonna have to buy was a throwback LeBron jersey. So it's looking like I'm gonna be paying about $180, $200 for a Mitchell and Ness throwback LeBron jersey. Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls absolutely let me down.
Jerseys.
Chicago Bulls absolutely let me down.
But anyway, back
jersey.
To answer the second part of your question too, as far as the random drug testing, I don't know if I agree, even though I can say I felt like Donovan Mitchell might have had something in his Gatorade, but I don't agree with just because he dropped 71 getting the drug test. I mean, the man is a hooper. It ain't like Donovan Mitchell ain't had superstar performances before. That's not act like this man wasn't a hooper.
No. It's not to say that he's not a superstar in this league, because he is. It's about the fact that on a random Sunday afternoon, out of nowhere, you look up, Donovan Mitchell has 65 points to count. I checked back because I wasn't able to watch the game. I checked back, it says 70. I look back again, there's a +1. I say, God damn.
But if you didn't say you didn't have a chance. It was going back and forth. Like Cleveland really couldn't get nothing. He took the game over. Like, because Debo and Levine was doing their thing for a hot minute. It was him versus like a team full of Bulls players, and he won.
I was going to you next anyway, man. Let me go ahead and get your thoughts on this whole 71 from Devin Booker. You feel me?
They wrong for the drug test.
I'm sorry, not that, but Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell could not sit in the locker room and hold up the 71 paper. You feel me?
They was wrong for the drug test.
I think they holding up some 71 BS. And 71 BS. Don't get me wrong, man. Don, my boy. I'm glad he balling out over there. I'm glad he got the 71. It's a great accomplishment for him. I'm glad. But dog, you had 56 and an L, man. Stop playing with me, dog. 56 and an L, and I'm sticking to it. That's some BS.
Because of the free throw?
Mom, they wanted that man to be. How y'all gonna force the man to be great, then try to drug test him the next day? That don't even make sense.
Hey. Like I said, I read it out to you before the show. The NBA, I'm not saying it's right, but the NBA is allowed 4 random drug tests at any point of the time during the season. And it usually happens when players have big games.
That's cool, but you should have did after this big game, especially when he should have had 56 and an L. Y'all want to go drug test him. You need to go back and take that W away that y'all want to say that they shouldn't have had after the fact. Talk about lane violation. Yo, you couldn't tell that was a lane violation when it happened? I mean, that was clear as day. How you get to the rim that fast, bro? I mean, come on, bro. We've been throwing the ball at the backboard and chasing it down for years. That's the whole point of the lane violation. Like, I don't understand how y'all just let that man get away with that. And now you want to drug test him for having 71. Man, what you mean, bro? Like, what? He
And
had
it's
56.
not his fault.
Hell,
It's the officiating fault. That's not even his
made
fault.
That man great. But I will say, despite all the nonsense, he still had to go out there and get that 71. He was dropping bombs on us for sure. No answers for that man. And
At
my
all.
boy DeMar DeRozan did not keep up in OT like he was supposed to. Maybe he was tired. I don't know, but he ain't keep up in OT like he was supposed to.
Hey, you gotta remember, Mitchell like 6-7 years younger, so you know.
I mean, I
DeMar-
understand. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know, so I ain't knocking him per se, but you know what I'm saying? If we was gonna win that game, especially the way it was going, he had to keeping up, and it ain't happening.
Yeah, he ran out of gas at the end.
That OT was just too much. But it was a great game, though. I was glad to see it, but it should have been 56 in the L. I don't like that.
D-Boy, let me get your thoughts, man. What did you think about the Spiders' 71 points against the Bulls?
D-Boy had to take a drink. It's gonna be serious.
Oh, yeah. You know it's serious.
It's the
you
Bulls.
know it's serious when you got to get the refreshments and crack the neck. I'm just waiting for the fire.
Billy Donovan. That's
I'm just waiting for the fire Billy Donovan. Where is the fire Billy Donovan? Come on, y'all.
I hope y'all ready to wrap up.
Billy.
I hope y'all ready to wrap up after this because he finna take off.
You know what? I should have went to Marcus first and saved him for last. I went a little too early. I went a little too early.
I told you gonna have to wrap up, bro. You got to get started on the Bulls, bro. You gotta wrap up.
Because it's with the Bulls, it's always something. You know, it's like I can get 60 points with 5 dribbles. I'm sorry, that's another game. Or I can, you know, get 71 dropped on me. It's I don't know what it is with the Bulls.
And beat all the good
Congratulations
teams
to my
except
man.
the Cavaliers.
Congratulations to my team, Spider. I mean, my man Spider. And
it's the Jerry Krause curse.
And with the Bulls beating the top teams, but can't beat the mediocre and below average teams, it's just a Chicago thing. It's a Chicago fucking thing. I don't get it. But the random drug test. Did they drug test Klay Thompson? Did they drug test Devin Booker? Did they drug test Kobe?
Low key, I think they did test Booker when he dropped that 70.
I'm telling you, they did drug test Booker. It's just you got to think about it. Unless an athlete comes out and say they've been drug tested, we won't know. The league ain't gonna disclose the information that they
you
drug
said it's 4 of them,
somebody.
Right? You said it's 4 random tests, right?
Yeah, that's what he said. He says 4 random.
So
the league
did
is allowed
James Harden go through his 4 in the first 4 games?
At any point in the season.
So James Harden, after his miraculous damn near 50 points a game, like do you run out of them?
I believe he was drug tested during that period as well. I believe James Harden got drug tested during that span of games.
He was.
Well, if there's a drug out there that can make you drop that many points,
that's what I'm saying. But I also want to know why they ain't testing Luka out here. As far as from what I know, if that's
another thing. Luka out here.
I rest my case, but as far as I know,
they not on that again. If you got the right color skin, you don't get the test, and if you got the brown kind of skin, you get the test. Come on, we not finna say it's that is.
But
I'm saying
what I will say is that
I could be wrong, but from what I know, they ain't tested.
Hey, look. Okay, what I will say is I think when it comes to triple doubles, Russell Westbrook killed what the excitement of a triple double really meant. So when
not
you
a
see
60-point one,
I mean James Harden did that. You feel me? James Harden
drug tested him.
You're right. Hopefully they did drug test Luka because he had 60 points with 20 boards. So.
Hey, I need that drug they taking. I ain't gonna lie.
You could probably take the drug and get you 20 boards. I don't know about taking one and getting 71 points. I mean, I don't know what kind of drugs got you out here just dropping buckets. I don't.
I just hope it don't turn into a situation where people, how it always is. If you got that right skin color, you get to avoid all the tests and all the legal ramifications that come with scoring 71 points. I hope it don't
But
turn into that.
truthfully, I
You
think
can't
that
you
most
can't say
players in the
turn,
NBA
bro,
can
because
score 71 points or 81 points, damn near 100 points if they are allowed to by shooting. Say Steph Curry, for instance. I believe he can go for 100 points if they just took the reins off and say, all right, team ain't doing shit, just do what you do. I'm pretty sure he could break a record. Would they drug test him because of his
Your shooting ability,
consistency?
If Steph Curry broke the 100-point record, they would probably drug test that man them 4 days back to back to back.
No, I ain't gonna cap. It depends on how he do it. If he do it with 23s and whatnot, they not gonna drug test him. If he just come out with 10 threes and a bunch of free throws and a bunch of buckets just all over points, then they'll probably test him. But if he out there just smack, I don't think they're gonna test him like that. They come on now, this Steph. Everybody expects Steph to hit 23s a game, whether he do it though.
20. Do you know how much 23s we still add up to?
Yeah, that's 60 points.
60. You know how many more threes he would have to hit for a huncho?
I mean, you gotta think, if you hitting 23s, you're probably gonna hit about 20 free throws at least. So that's 80 right there.
Not necessarily, because you ain't getting to the free throw line and taking
If
all
you
them
can score
threes.
at least
Bro, they
25
gonna
points,
start fouling that man. Stop
you
playing.
have to score 25 points a quarter.
And he the point guard. They gonna sit him to the line. Trust
He can hit 25 points a quarter. That's like playing 21 every quarter.
Yeah.
And look how many shots. And look how many shots people take just to get that 21. Even in the NBA, when they still be playing 21, they still take like 25 shots trying to put up that 21.
Actually, Jordan took when he played the Blazers, and he got that 30-something piece 30. By halftime.
33
and like
shots
19, like 12 shots or something like that.
I think he did like almost under 10 shots because he hit the 6 threes in a row, and then he went to the line. I think he shot like 12 or 13
like 12 shots. 12 shots.
So it's doable.
All right, but we gotta go ahead. We gotta go ahead and let what's been bubbling up finally spill over. You feel me? Because it's about that time. All right, this is like a heavyweight fight right now. Where my ring mic at? I gotta announce it. Versus the Chicago Bulls. D-Boy!
versus Billy Donovan.
We're gonna name the show Fire Billy Donovan.
Everybody love Hell's Chicken, right?
I do.
Everybody love Hell's, right? Everybody on here love Hell's.
No,
Fry hard, lemon pepper.
He gave them a gizzard, a bucket of wings, and a half white fried hard with extra hot sauce with no lemon pepper. That's how bad he cooked them.
No lemon pepper. Damn, no lemon pepper.
No lemon pepper. No lemon pepper. Over the summer, who was I saying to take that money you gave Levine and go get?
You did say Donovan Mitchell.
He did.
And I did say Donovan Mitchell was the only acceptable person. I agree with you. I said if the Bulls can make a play for Donovan Mitchell, we go get Donovan Mitchell.
We didn't
That
make a
was
play
never
for
real.
Donovan.
But that was never realistic. We ain't had a draft capital that they wanted for real. We didn't have a draft capital nor the pieces that they wanted.
Considering they got Laurie marketing, I think we could have figured something out.
Oh, we
What
could
did
have
we
figured
have?
something out.
Real quick,
Nobody
what do we
predicts
have
Lori
that's
marketing to
equivalent
do
to
what he's
Lori
doing now.
marketing? I
Nobody
would
does
still
Lori
take
marketing
Lori marketing over half the Bulls bench right now.
Yeah, I don't know why we got rid of him.
because he wasn't doing what the fuck he's doing now.
He wasn't.
He didn't
and
do that
I'm,
in Cleveland
I'm highly
either.
disappointed in that, but I still thought he was nice.
I'm gonna tell you why he wasn't doing that. Because we had a coach dumber than the one we got now. Well, no, matter of fact, he was dumb. We got now. He's so smart. He's so dumb. He's smart.
Well, back to it, D-boy. Do you think?
Why? And don't get me wrong. I think Patrick Williams is gonna be a nice player one day. But why is he in the lane going up against Jerry Allen?
That man is
Don't you
Draymond Green
have
with not as
Don't
good
you
defense.
have 6'10", 6'11", 300-pound Andre Drummond on the bench?
Yeah, we do got dumb. We sure do got dumb.
And then I'm gonna close out with this. Zach LaVine, I think you are the most entitled, spoiled that ever put on a Chicago Bulls uniform.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, D-boy.
Oh,
What he dropped the mic.
wow.
Wow.
I like
He dropped
LaVine.
the bomb.
D-boy on it tonight.
Wow.
Wow.
Zach
Good night,
LaVine.
fellas. It's time to go now.
Zach LaVine.
Oh.
I hope you give me 43 one night against the goddamn Pistons, then turn around and give me some goddamn 15.
Oh, yeah, 15. It wasn't even 17.
Yeah. Ooh. Woo.
You hit
I'm
him with
done
some
with the Bulls,
Southside
man.
Chicago Wild Hundreds words right there.
And you know what? On that note, on that one,
D-boy
fellas,
don't like you no more, Zach. I still like you a little bit, but D-boy don't
Zach,
mess with you now.
Zach,
Anybody that like him, too.
Zach,
What?
real quick. The words of D-Boy do not represent the entire show nor his cohorts.
He on
But
record.
you know what?
And
On that note,
We gotta keep them receipts.
but you know what? On that note,
I hope
this has been Can
this
I
get
Get
edited
Sports
somehow.
with that? This has been Can I Get Sports with That? I have been your host, Neil. I had Marcus, Mike, Chris,
The return, baby.
D-Boy. What an electrifying way to end an episode. We will catch y'all on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at Can I Get Sports with That? Like the Facebook page, Can I Get Sports with That? We will be coming with some more hot shit to you soon.
We
Peace
back.
out.